Hi everybody, Danielle here with Sweet Stamp Shop, and I'm bringing you today a little card tutorial. Today we're going to make these cute little cards saying aiming for your heart with all these cute fun arrows and the little bullseye. I've already made two here. They're really quick and easy to knock out. I made one a little bit more masculine and one a little bit more girly, feminine. So we're going to get started. We're going to be using the brand new Sweet Stamp Shop stamp set called Wheelie Like You with these fun pinwheels, all these sentiments, the little arrow, and the bullseye. I'm going to change it up though, and I'm going to make one on a craft card base. So we're going to start off, and I picked out these three Memento ink colors, and we're going to try this out. I don't know how Pear Tart's going to look on the craft, but we're going to see. So I'm going to get the long arrow. I'm just going to plop that down off to the side here so you can see a little bit. Just make sure he's straight on his own. Pick him up. And I'm going to start off with the gray first. I did that on all the other cards. It just helps to, I don't know, I just like starting off with that first. So here I've inked the arrow up. And I'm just going to randomly ink up all around. Make sure none of the arrows are on the same plane. Which means, like, I'm not going to go and stamp the next one here. I'm going to make sure he's up or down or off the page, anything like that. Just don't want them next to each other. This is really fun and easy. You can just randomly go at it. So there we go. I think that's it for the gray. I'm going to wipe my stamp off with a baby wipe. Let it dry a little bit. Stamp it off onto another piece of paper just to kind of dry it off. And now we're going to come in with the grape jelly. I'm going to wait and experiment with the Pear Tart last. I'm going to just wipe that off right there. That was my gray from before. Again, I'm going to come in and just randomly stamp, making sure that none of them are on the same plane. Make sure that some of them hang off the page, or the card as it is, just to add interest, and it looks a little bit more professional when things are hanging off the card. You know, it looks professionally printed, and it looks a little bit more randomly on purpose. Okay. Just going to clean that up right there. Wipe my arrow off again. Just stamp that off a little just to dry it. And I'm going to come in with the Pear Tart. So this is an experiment here. You guys are going to see how this looks on craft paper at the same time I see. So I haven't pre-stamped this book yet. Alright, here goes nothing, and again I'm going to keep the same rules. Stamp off. That looks pretty good. You can still see that. You can tell that it's a greeny yellow. You know, some colors don't show up as well on the craft paper than others. Alrighty, I like that. So I'm going to wipe my arrow off. I'm going to keep out my Pear Tart green ink. I'm going to grab my bullseye off my stamp set. I'm going to ink up that bullseye here. Let me wipe that again. I'm going to ink up that bullseye really well. And there's a detail in that you want to make sure that, you know, comes out when you stamp it. So I'm going to really ink that up. And I'm going to come over here, and I'm going to kind of put it over here, and I'm going to line it up, make sure it's lined up. Gridded block would work really well right now, but, you know, just working with what I got. I'm going to stamp that guy down, press it. Look at that. Perfect. wipe that guy off. Because apparently all my stamps are guys. And now I'm going to come in and I'm going to grab this sentiment here. And it's called Aiming for Your Heart. I'm going to place that down. I'm going to lay that down on my surface and then come back and pick it up with my block. It's going to tend to be straight on its own versus me trying to fussy with it on a block. So, for really good, clean, crisp sentiments, I use VersaFine black ink. It would work great on this bullseye. The little bit of detail would come out more, but you know, I can't stamp black on black. You're just not going to read it. So, you're just going to want to lightly ink that up. Don't press too hard. And you'll see that it's nice and clear. And you're going to get a really good impression with this. You got to work quick with this ink, as it does dry fast. It's a sticky ink. I'm going to go ahead and put that right on top of that bullseye. I'm going to press. I'm not going to wiggle too much. I'm just going to lift straight up. Look at that. Perfect. I'm going to wipe that off. Sometimes VersaFine needs a little bit of stamp cleaner than just a baby wipe because it is a sticky ink. It kind of gets everywhere. But there's your card. I hope you've enjoyed this little tutorial, and this is a really super fun, easy card that you can mass produce. And it looks great on the craft or the white. Hope you enjoyed. Bye.